Pete. Live. Okay, everybody, welcome back. I do apologise for that delay, but we are underway, of course, just at the end of lap 1. Damien Hartmann leading the way there, 5/10 from Zander Herman. Just going to bring up the detailed editing position change. Zander Herman up 2 places there from P4. Nicky Visser's down 1, as is Stad. So Zander looking very racy as we start. Stad just making it past. Yeah, Nicky's in the pit. Yeah, good spot there. Hans Vanderberg, of course, all the rest of these guys now jumping Nicky as they come up there. But Paul Quarret in the Haas, 8 places up from the back, so he's looking on for a flyer here at the moment. Cracking stuff from Paul.
I'll have to look back at the records. That might be an F1 Tonight Netherlands best first lap, most positions gained on that opening lap there.
We have to share that record because Boy Williamson is up there as well, 8 places from him. Bas Den Brain is up 4 as well. The big loser here, Nicky Visser down 13 places. Kevin Van Delft and Peter Philip also in the pits at the moment to change their wings, I presume, from perhaps some collisions at the start there. Again, my utmost apologies for missing that, but hopefully we're back and the stream will be looking okay for you guys.
Yeah, seems good to me. So
good stuff. We'll carry on. So Damien Hartmann now under threat from Zander Herman there. Sorry, Mark Stappers is making moves, is he?
Yeah,
he's on the back of Stad.
Stappers really getting close. Yeah, he's getting very close to Stad.
Awesome stuff there. So 2 battles here for P3 and P1. Zander Herman now dropping off the back of Damien a little bit there through the last couple of corners. Damien now looking to be extending his lead if he can down this back straight, but it is very, very difficult to do so. You can see there, Zander closing in.
Big mistake. Sorry, Dan. Big mistake from Stappers in last corner has allowed Hans Vanderberg to get right behind him now. And in fact, John Donkel's just made the pass. He's just snuck past there, past the Toro Rosso of Vanderberg.
Cracking stuff there from John now. He's up behind his teammate Mark Stappers there as they enter the second DRS straight here yet. Of course, DRS not yet available. At least doesn't look like it at the moment. No one's opening their wings up. Yeah, good stuff as you said from John there. Great pass into that first corner. Hans Vanderberg looking to get himself in the mix as well. Back up the front. Zander Herman's made it past Damien Hartmann. Sorry we missed that, but Zander now leads this Grand Prix and he's pulling away almost a second. I don't know if Damien had a mistake there at some point. Our front wing looks okay to me.
Damien's first sector was about 6/10 slower. In fact, it's the 3rd slowest first sector of anyone that lap, apart from the people who pitted in.
Okay, blimey. So perhaps
I'd say he did have a bit of an error.
Yeah, and Zander's taken full advantage now. 1.6 seconds the lead now as we come on to lap 4 of this Mexican Grand Prix. That's the fastest lap just to complete the nice little run he's having so far. Further down the field, got people trying to break up the slipstream there. That's John Donkel on Hans Vanderberg. And Hans looking to keep hold of that slipstream as they come down the main straight, but John's not having any of it weaving. And in the process defending, they're losing out a bit to Mark Stappers, his teammate in front, but not too much. Still in the fight there.
Zander Herman's lap versus Damien Hartmann's lap, the 3rd laps. There were 2.3 seconds difference between those 2 lap times. Zander's with a 20.8 and Damien with a 23.1.
Wow, so that's very, very good stuff there. Look, Guido Urshan on the hard there. He is P14 at the moment. Miguel Torni's up next for him. 5/10, and the gap is slowly coming down, so he's looking pretty good on those hard tyres at the moment, it's Guido.
Yep, yeah, not too bad. A bit further back as well, Niche is putting Baz under pressure.
Yeah, we were just going to say, actually, yeah, only 3/10 behind the McLaren.
Niche is actually purple in the first sector and about a 100th of a second off of purple in the second sector in this lap. So yeah, huge pressure now.
Wow, cracking stuff, yeah.
On the multiple Constructors champion.
Well, yeah, that McLaren's going to be having wingers full of yellow here as Niche is on the back of the gearbox of Baz, and he's side by side down the main straight, cracking stuff, DRS assisted of course, but he has made the pass And into turn 1, Niche leads from Baz, P11 for the Renault. Cracking stuff. The racing point of our Cop is up next. DRS wide open again, of course, for Niche. And will he make the move? Daniel Ricciardo style? No, he thinks better of it. But is he going to try something around the outside here? Not quite. But Niche looking very, very racy in these couple of opening laps for Renault. Some cracking stuff there. But I think we might just stick with it at the moment. Just looking up and down the grids. Paul Correa still making good moves. He's 5 tenths on the back of Boy Williamson. Good stuff there.
Just a bit further up as well. I don't think the pass is going to be made just yet, but yeah, Stappers again is caught back up to the rear end of Sildavit. May put him under pressure up this straight.
Yeah, good stuff.
Plenty of VRS to defend with.
Cracking stuff. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get DRS here, as he was pretty close in that last sector there, so I thought he would have done, but he hasn't. He still lives to survive another day, but his teammate John Donkel looking very quick behind him, and they're side by side, the two Ferraris into turn 1.
No team orders there. Look, there's a lock-up from Stappers as he goes to defend.
Yeah, cracking stuff there. So Mark Stapper still leads from his teammate John Donkel. No DRS this time around, at least for John, so he has to sit tight in P5, but the Ferrari's looking heated in battle at the moment. 5 then. Niche's managed to get it past Ari Kopp of the Racing Point, so the Renault now P10. He's got 4 seconds to get up the road to Paul Quarret, still looking very strong off his start. Just looking at the position changes there, Paul now up 7, so he's lost 1 place there to Boy. Boy now up 9, so he's looking to take that record, if we're right, Adrian, and thinking that is one. 9 places from the start so far for Boy.
Yeah, I'll have to look, have a look back at those. There's over 100 races, of course, to
oh yeah,
to
a lot of
review,
data there to sift through. Yeah,
to
so won't hold you to that one for a little while. Mark Stapper's now much closer than last lap on Sildavit in front, just under 5 tenths, or 6 tenths to the Renault. He'll have DRS assistance as he tries to challenge into turn 1. A bit far back to realistically have a go at the moment, so he's going to think better of it and hold back. Coming into a very good battle here, these three, for P2 on Damie. Sildavit slowly reels the Toro Rosso in. Gets a better run out there though than Mark Stappers, who drops back just a slight bit. But these couple of corners here, every braking corners will be a good place for him to make up some time on the Renault of Sildavit. And he'll have to hold back on the S section. It's quite a difficult one, obviously with dirty air, of course. You're not going to get too close through there. John Donkel though, still not out the question.
A little bit sideways from Seal. Oh, and Stapper's behind as well.
Yeah, looks like both of them are getting.
Follows his almost followed his exact line.
yeah, playing into effect there. Sort of it, perhaps getting a bit of runoff from Damien Hartman out in front. But these 4 now all bunching up a bit as Damien Hartman starts to become the conductor of a little train here.
Sanders really sort of pulling away from Damie. He gained almost another second on him on that lap. Appreciate he is on the soft tyre as Damie's on the medium. I think Sanders may be going for that one stop. I think he's doing what I said I may have done had I had the opportunity and run from this soft tyre onto the hard and just push that soft tyre to the absolute limit before you come in.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Like you say, I think that's what he could be going for here at the moment. But yeah, 6 seconds from Sildavit now, who's got past Damien Hartman.
Indeed, I was just looking at that. I was like, hang on, what happened?
So Damie may be struggling a bit here. I don't know if that first sector was another low one for him. But still already 8 tenths ahead and now second. Or also as we got through sector 3. Sector 2, sorry.
Still gained 1.6 seconds on Damie on just that first sector. So yes, I would say that is a mistake from Damie. It's also a purple sector from Seal.
Yeah, very good stuff there from him. He's looking very quick, like we saw last time out. Qualifying now, translating more into the race than Japan for him. Still looking very, very quick at the moment. Get some comments in the stream. I miss Eddie. Yep, so do we. My apologies. Hopefully we're looking good now for you guys.
I'm sure that's more because of how great Eddie was and nothing against your good self there, Dan.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll take it straight to the heart and I'll have a little cry after the race. No, I can read between those lines. Don't you worry. Yeah, here we go. Mark Stappers still closing up. Damien Hartman looking maybe under threat soon. Up again here. Damien not giving up on that fight for P2. Silvervit not pulling away from him. No. There's still this group of 4 here. Those 2 Ferraris, the Toro Rosso and the Renault. They're all looking to battle it out for that P2 spot.
Silvervit, first driver, first driver to get the time penalty for 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Very easy to get warnings on this circuit, of course, as you alluded to earlier on with the track limits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that second sector in particular, very, very easy to do when they've got those fast right and left turns. If you've got that oversteer, then you're across those corners a bit more than you would have liked. I think Silvervit just outside of DRS range now of Damie, so Damie will be looking to unleash some ERS. He has got 50% on my screen, so he can definitely keep within the Renault's grasp here as they enter the first sector. Through corners 1, 2 and 3 and onto that second DRS point. Obviously still no DRS for Damie.
Sorry, just in the background, Tawny's bounced off the wall. He's currently riding P15, just been overtaken by Nicky. Nicky's actually got DRS while in front of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Alfa Romeo just bounced off of that wall on the final corner.
Yeah,
I think there is some damage.
Yeah, as you said that, we had a couple of position changes up and down the bottom half of the grid here. In particular, I think like Boyd jumped up a big spot. He's now P6. Obviously running in the Mercedes, of course, because I think he joined late. So Mercedes have got themselves a new driver for this race.
Just a temporary one.
Yeah,
normally in the Red Bull.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Boyd normally running for Red Bull. His teammate Nicky Visser currently down in 14th. Yeah, Boyd making up a quick round here. He's up 11 places now. So ticking off the drivers here as he climbs up back to the front.
Boyd's actually second fastest driver on the track at the moment on that previous lap. This lap, he remains he's third fastest on that lap. So yeah, pushing fairly hard on those medium tyres.
Yeah, cracking stuff. And Damien Hartman, meanwhile, is now right on the back of Silvervit in the Renault. Was 3 tenths there into turn 1. He's lost a couple of tenths there through those first couple of corners. Maybe that's where he seems to be struggling a bit. It was 3 tenths entering and then 6 tenths exiting. So 1, 2 and 3 maybe not so strong for Damien at the moment. But right on the back of the Renault again as we come through 5 and 6 into 7 and 8. This nice double right-hander. Quite good fun actually to drive on track. Obviously entering sector 2 now of the S's. Toro Rosso will be looking to just stick with Sil and try and carry out an overtake on the start-finish straight, I think. But Sil just seems a bit more composed through the S's at the moment. Almost a second now, the advantage. We come to the end of the lap.
Yeah, composed is the right word. I think his setup is also partially to blame for that as well. It does look quite comfortable as he's throwing the car left and right through those S's.
Absolutely, yeah, looks just a bit more planted. Does that Renault out in front. So we're reset now, the gap back to 8 tenths. Keeps going back to the beginning every lap. Maybe Damien can get a bit closer this time round. So the gap looks to be a bit further. Mark Stappers though behind him. Starting to put the Toro Rosso under pressure now at the front. He had DRS assistance there through that first straight. We'll have it again here. Right on the back of the gearbox, that Toro Rosso. His ring mirrors will be full of red now as that Ferrari looks to try and take a pass. Around the outside, going the long way around of that Toro Rosso, is Mark Stappers. Outbrakes himself a bit of a lock-up, but he makes the pass up the inside. Beautiful stuff from the Ferrari. Great move there.
Again, he'll be dancing in that car knowing that he's just overtaken the Season 5 champion there,
yeah.
Stappers. So, very well done. Excellent move.
Cracking stuff, the number 66 car there, up into P3 as Damien Hartman loses another spot there. It seems to be struggling a bit with his setup, like you said, Adrian. Perhaps that could be his problem at the moment, as there's a Renault. Sildavit has lost it.
Sildavit is off.
We saw him have a couple of problems there in qualifying, and seems to have come back to bite him again here in the race, unfortunately for the Renault driver. He runs wide and gives P2 to Mark Stappers now, who again, like you just said, he would be dancing before. I think he'd be going crazy in that cockpit.
Doing the old cha-cha slide. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely, yeah. He'll be spraying the champagne already. I don't know if it's too soon.
No, great
do you think maybe Mark can? Do you think he can taste the win? Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Oh, Sander Hermans has left the session. His connection has let him down again.
Curse. I do apologise, but this could be it for Mark to gain some good time on Sander if he can't get back in his car soon. Hopefully he can rejoin.
But bearing in mind, Dan, the default AI, or the AI level that that these cars race at when there's no one actually controlling the car, it's only set at 40, which is sort of 3 or 4 seconds slower a lap than what these guys would normally do. So Sander's only got a few minutes before Stappers will have completely made up that 10-second gap to Sander's AI, and we could potentially see Mark Stappers lead a lap of a race.
Absolutely.
For
well, let's
possibly the first time.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed to see some of that. The gap now going sub 8 seconds. Damien Hartman, though, can taste the blood in the water from that struggling Williams up in front. And he's now right on the back of that Ferrari. He wants to go at the action. And he's side by side, the medium tyre runner. Just going to pass the Ferrari, I think, into turn 1, DRS assisted. To give him that extra straight line speed there as he passes the Ferrari through 2 and 3. He will have the DRS again here, just to help him get away from the Ferrari. There it goes. Oh no. Oh yeah, there it goes. Open now. The two Ferraris looking to try and get that back. Mark Stappers, I think, will be very, very desperate to get that one back.
Yeah, there was nothing Stappers could do down that start and finish straight. No. He was up in mode 5. He was in rich mix, and so was Damie, but Damie had the DRS. So,
that's
really
it.
Cannot defend against that.
You're very vulnerable. Such a long straight. With DRS, there's not a lot you can do, but Mark still looking strong here. P3, John Donkel sticking with him in his sister Ferrari. And Boy Williamson, though, coming into the picture now. He has had a mighty little journey here, going from the back of the grids up to P5. Compliments of Sildavit there, giving him that position after that off moment there through sector 2, as Boy looks a bit close to John Donkel there. Brakes a little bit late, but no damage. Good stuff. We'll have DRS, I'm sure, down the main straight here, as with all the Ferraris in front, so perhaps we'll null the effects of that DRS assistance. ERS will play part here for them. They look to have similar ERS amounts left, so they still maintain position. As Mark Stappers goes sideways through 1 there, he outbrakes himself, I think, again, and locks up slightly. He gets out of shape there, but John Donkel still sticks behind him.
Dan, look at that gap now between 1 and 2, just 1 second.
Yeah, blimey, yeah, sorry I missed that, guys, but yeah, Sander Hermans still disconnected here. And Damien Hartman looking to enact that overtake. He'll be looking to take back P1 here from the Williams. Slightly unfortunate fashion. But there he goes, past his AI. A move that you normally wouldn't see on another player, but he's made that work, and he's through now into P1. Mark Stappers then back to P2, we think, so he'll be happy to take that place back. We would think through this through sector.
Oh, Still. Sorry, there's yellow flags. I think that was for Still as well. I saw Still just drop a position as it come out. He's now running 7th, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's got damage.
The front wing looks okay. Perhaps his tyres aren't holding up so well. Looking on his position change now, he's down now 4 places from where he started in P3, of course.
Stappers making the move on Sanders AI, that's for P2, and Boy Williamson as well. capitalising as well. Feel sorry for Sanders. You know, doing so well in the first 13, 14 laps of this race. Had a 10-second advantage over second place, and his connection has let him down. Not for the first time.
No, real shame. Yeah, connection being a big theme of issues tonight on this race.
Yes.
But yeah, Zander will not be happy with that, as you say. But boy, Williamson looking to take that place, and he's done it. From Mark Stappers through this sector, has he still got it? He just holds out in front of the Ferrari, and what a move there! That's a place you don't normally see an overtake done, and boy has made that look easy. Good stuff. Mark Stappers though, I think he's got a taste for these podium places now, and he will want that P2 right back off him. So as he goes a bit across there, he'll probably get a warning for that one, but he's right at the back of the Mercedes still, dressed up obviously as a Red Bull. Boy though,
sorry,
go on.
Yeah, Stappers has actually got 97% ERS versus Boy's 40. So yeah, you have to say probably got he's going to have the move done.
Yeah, so management-wise, Mark Stappers looking very, very strong here now. Full ERS. Boy's still running his in ERS mode 4 at the moment, down passing 20% now. As Mark Stappers now coming back DRS and DRS, all maxed out. He's going to try and go around the outside, have the inside for turn 2. A lock up there from Boy, but Mark makes the move. And Mark Stappers now through back into P2. What a battle we're seeing here on, develop. As Boy now looking to maybe come back through the outside. Very nice fashion, but he holds off, thinks better of it. As Mark takes the middle of the track, making his car nice and wide there to keep the Mercedes at bay. And Mark Stappers really under threat. Boy's going to try it again, as he did earlier on. But not this time. Mark thinks better of it. He knows what Boy's up to now, and Mark Stappers holds on to P2 as we come into Sector 2 here. Safe for a little longer is Mark Stappers through this sector. I'm seeing a couple of yellow flags. Not sure who those are from. I don't know if you know, Adrian.
I do not know. I'm actually currently working on trying to get Sander Hermans back in the session. Apparently he can't rejoin and he's asking for an invite, except I can't invite him because the option is greyed out, which is horrible.
Stand by. I will just check for you guys. Apologies for an interruption here, but let's try and get this driver back in.
He's currently rebooting anyway. I think he's going to try and get himself in.
Okay, well if you let me when he's back, I'll try and send him another invite. His car now coming into the pit, perhaps on autopilot here. Hopefully not to tire. Paul Quarry though continuing his good charge. He's up 10 places now after those 2 pit stops from the a double stack there from the Williams. So perhaps not intentional with Zander Holmes' car on autopilot. Marcel might not have seen that one coming. Marcel droning there in P12. But Paul Quarry and Hans Vanderberg battling wheel to wheel through 2 and 3 there. Hans Vanderberg still keeping ahead. DRS helping him there. Paul sticking behind Toro Rosso here through 6, 7 and 8 he'll beat.
Kevin Van Delft. Yeah, that's his 3rd penalty. We're only 18 laps in. He's got 9 seconds of penalties, Van Delft.
Yeah, so perhaps struggling. I don't know if that's in that 2nd sector where he's getting those.
Yeah, it does seem to be. Does seem to be through the S's.
Yeah, falling victim of, as we've said many times this race, it's a tricky sector to avoid those penalties. Another yellow flag. Hopefully not any issues too bad for people around that sector. It looks fairly clean to what I can see there.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
But meanwhile, Damien Hartman now in front. We haven't been keeping an eye on that one, but he's already pulled out 5 seconds on Mark Stappers there. Probably more down to the fact that this battle that's going on with Boy Williamson now. He's going to try and pass the Ferrari again, as we've seen many times that he's doing, to turn 1. And he makes the move stick. Mark Stappers now sits in behind in P3, but gets a better run here through 2 and 3. Part of the issue of overtaking is you normally want quite right into turn 1 and don't get the best line. Boy now pulling away with DRS, helping him again through that 2nd straight there into this complex of corners. So Mark now P3, 9/10 down. John Donkel in P4. The Ferraris perhaps getting ready to rear up and try and go back at Boy. But good stuff there. Mark Stappers P3, up 2 places. Can't overlook Boy's charge though, up 15 places now. He's P2. So, so he's flying up there.
Ridiculous.
He's looking very good. I mean, there's only been one. There hasn't been any DNFs, in fact, so far. So that's pure. That's just pure racing there from Boy, and he's right up to P2.
Yeah, we broke an F1 Tonight record, the drivers on Tuesday in the UK League. We had the longest period without a DNF, and the first DNF came on lap 24. Oh, and Kevin Van Delft has just DNF'd.
Oh no. As we said, just no DNFs, and unfortunately for Zander, I'm still getting the same issue with not being able to invite him. It's grayed out for me as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're overlooking Kevin's DNF. That's a real shame for the Racing Point. He did look to be struggling a bit. I presume that might have been in the second sector as well.
Yeah. Yes, I believe so. I didn't actually see it. I can't see his car on the track anywhere either. By the way, Boy Williamson and John Donko have just both pitted.
Yeah. Just look
Boy's
at the
come out
tyres.
behind his teammate.
The Boy now on the mediums. Did he start on the softed Boy?
I don't think he did. No, not if he's pitted now. I mean.
No, yeah, right.
No, he started on the mediums.
Okay, so he's going medium, soft perhaps. At the end.
Yeah, possibly. It seems like quite an early stop for the medium tyres.
Yeah, I would have thought they'd go a bit longer, especially now he's got to make them last, well, effectively, 40 laps, really, hasn't he? Make the softs work for the end.
Yeah.
So perhaps a bit more of a managed stint this time from Boy to keep the mediums alive. Unless he's going for a medium hard, I don't know, but.
Yeah, it's possible.
Nishay now will be looking to challenge the Mercedes as we come into the third sector. He's closing up 3 tenths behind. Now. Mark Stapper's, yeah. He's coming 20 laps of softs, so he's done well on those softs. He now goes on to the medium tyre.
Yeah, Stapper's typically does do, he can get the most out of his tyres, just make them last absolutely forever. He did a set of mediums to like 52 laps or something on Hungary in
Absolutely.
Season 4.
Yeah, and just sorry to interrupt you there, Adrian, but Nicky Visser has just passed Baz Bryan down the main straight, so he is up to P4. His medium tyre is still going strong after his early pit stop. Baz, of course, on the hard, so he's going late into this race. Perhaps a similar pit stop window could be on the cards for these two drivers. Nicky now leading Baz through Sector 2. He's P4 from Baz in the McLaren. P5. Hans Vanderberg now up to P3, of course, after those pit stops. So he's looking strong. Toro Rosso looking good at the top there. Damien Hartmann leading the way, 14 seconds from Sildervit. And Hans Vanderberg in P3 at the moment. He's 3.5 seconds behind the Renault.
Yeah, Toro Rosso won for 40 points if it finishes like this. This is versus Red Bull's 12 and 6. It's 18.
Yeah, so far, I mean, that's looking pretty good for them and the constructors. We were saying about them being able to close up is possible, but maybe not realistic. But we're seeing that now. It looks like they could be on to close up quite nicely onto Red Bulls.
Yes, indeed. Damie's in the pit now. He's just coming out. He's come out on the soft tyre. Cecile has inherited the lead. And his teammate goes fast his lap.
Yeah, perfect. Nicky Visser now separates Toro Rosso's. Baz Bryan still in 5th behind Damie. So Damie getting a good pit stop there, coming up ahead of the McLaren. So Damien Hartmann was on the medium, wasn't he?
He was, yes.
So medium, soft, medium, I think?
Yes.
Medium? Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Medium, soft is possible, but he's pitted too early for it to work. So yes, I'd say it will have to be medium, soft, medium.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Boy, we saw him pit from P2. He's come back out P7 behind Nishay Mahadwasingh, the other Renault driver on the softs at the minute. So Boy closing in slowly but surely. It's holding steady around 6 tenths at the moment, so the soft tyre's working nicely for Nishay at the moment as they come into that final sector where I think Boy steps up nicely for some DRS down that main straight. It's all important to try and get the overtake made. Stick on board with Boy at the moment. They come around the last couple of corners.
Just ahead of him, Dan, we've got Damien Hartmann about to make the move on Nicky.
Yeah, I've just jumped to that.
While this is for position, Nicky hasn't pitted, remember, so it's important for Damie to get past as quickly as he can while he's on those soft tyres, so he can make the most of the undercut on him.
And he does so, yeah. A nice standard pass there with the DRS, helping Damie Hartman through to P3, now behind his teammate Hans Vanderberg. Nicky now settles into P4. Still a nice gap there to Baz den Bruyne behind him on the hard tyre in P5. 2.7 seconds at the moment, as they just lap the Alfa Romeo there of Miguel Torni. He's just stopped medium tyres. Nisha Mahadasing now getting right on the back of Baz den Bruyne. 2 tenths it is there. Probably going to open up to a bit more now as we go through the second sector. Boy now getting on the back of this train. So this is last week's sort of the winner battle there between Baz and Boy now coming up. Boy's going to look to get on the back of Baz pretty soon in the McLaren. Nisha now looking to make a move. He backs off a bit. Probably could have had that, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
hey,
good done.
It's a long race. You've got plenty of chance to make it. So fair play to Nisha there. As we're getting blue flags there again for Miguel Torni in the Alfa Romeo. Just going to help bunch things up there. Boy Williamson, I think, will have a smile on his face there as he sees him slow down a little bit onto this back straight. This is going to be a good view here as we see Nisha get alongside the McLaren. And they are literally, they're just side by side here as we go into that first corner. Still alongside is Baz. He's going to try and keep it around the outside, keep the inside for turn 2. We'll throw him out for turn 3. Nisha has dropped behind the McLaren, so that's a very nice defensive effort there from Baz, who maintains P5
Yeah, that
there.
is how you defend.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is exactly how it's done.
Yeah, smashing stuff there from the McLaren driver. It's a great battle though. This is good to see Nisha back in the mix. I wasn't quite there last time out in Japan. Unfortunate race for Renault that time out. But yeah, looking very racy this time around. Are the two Renaults, of course, still leading the way. Damie Hartman closing in a bit now. 2.6 seconds to the Renault. Sander Herman's back. That's good stuff to see. He'll get back
currently
in his car.
P13 though,
yeah,
on medium tyres, which may not have been what he wanted.
No, so hopefully we can see him recover. Ups takes some good points here. So Boy now 3 tenths on the back of Nisha Mahadasing as we come around the final couple of corners. He's in prime position now to make a pass down this main straight. DRS will be opening, but so will it for Nisha. So ERS will play the important part here. They're both pretty similar on ERS amounts at the moment. But yeah, you can see there not much of a time gain there for Boy as they kind of have both DRS and both ERS open. But Boy gets his car alongside Nisha. Oh, this is close. But he keeps it around the outside through 3. Beautiful work there from Boy Williamson in the Red Bull, just up like a Mercedes. So just bear with us on that one. but Nisha tried his best, but Boy just made that one work.
Yeah, really excellent move from the very experienced Boy Williamson. Been with us since the sort of back end of season 2.
Yeah.
So some 80 races ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, brilliant stuff from him. Baz den Bruyne made it past Hans Vanderberg though. So he's now up to P4, which puts Hans Vanderberg now in front of Boy Williamson. Who's that? Boy Williamson, just straight past. I was on the wrong camera. Okay, so Boy's made that one work as well. Great stuff. He's going all guns blazing at the moment. Take these places, having any rubbish from anyone.
Yeah, absolutely flying now. His Boy looks like he's pushing hard on those on this medium stint. That's 20.7. That it makes him the fastest driver. No, second fastest. The 20.7 is Baz den Bruyne. Would you believe?
Okay,
in P4, he's the fastest driver on that lap just now.
Unbelievable, and on the hard tyres, 25 laps old. Of course, Hans Vanderberg dropping off the back of that battle, so he's now in the pits, back out on some softs. Perhaps going for the double soft strategy we mentioned earlier. Might still be a bit too early for that to work, so perhaps medium, soft, medium, like we mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Silde Vit now has been overtaken. We missed that one, I do apologise. But Damie Hartman now up into P1 on the soft tyre. Sil's 25 lap old medium's not quite holding up to obviously Damie's fresh softs. He now leads 1.3 seconds from the Renault as we come into the final sector. Boy Williamson getting a 3-second penalty there for corner cutting, so that may play into things towards the end of the Grand Prix depending on who's around him. And obviously he's looking to come up and take the fight to Baz, then Brain in the McLaren. And he is right on the back, right on the gearbox of that car in front. As we come round onto the start-finish straight. Baz now going to be feeling the pressure. Van der Herman's still down in P13. I think he's back in his car now, isn't he?
Oh, Still's just come in the pit, but he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So easy to do here in Mexico.
Yeah, such a sort of pit entry, isn't it?
The speed limit line, so he does creep up on you very, very quickly. On the hard tyre, it's Still. So that's a medium to hard, 1 stop.
Yeah, I think he needs that now with that 5-second penalty. He'll want to try and go right to the end. Not losing out too much. P8, he comes back out. It's going to be P10 though, I think, after these two go past. Yeah, Guido Ershine and Marcel Droning were battling it out there. Marcel just making the move on the McLaren. So still a bit, back out, fresh hards, P10. Just looking ahead of him then, Adrian. We've got a couple of guys probably still to... Well, probably all of these guys are going to have to pit again, aren't they?
Sorry, Dan, you're very robotic now. I may have to leave the Skype and we'll do it as an Xbox Play as a test for the rest of the race because it's cutting out quite a lot.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. Do you want to set that up?
I will set it up, yes.
Roger that. So, ladies and gents, we're just going to be changing over. You might lose us just for a short while, or say short while, just a couple of seconds as we go over to a Xbox party. Of course, you've still got my voice at the moment. Adrian setting that up in the background, hoping that will improve the comms with Skype being a bit crackly. Still looking a little bit sideways there at the last corner. So I'm just going to join the party. Just 1 moment. Just a little bit. Yeah, he makes the pass with Nicky Visser, who of course pits. He comes back out on the soft tyre. So he'll maybe try to enact that double soft we were talking about earlier on this evening. So just looking up and down the field, the grid now spreading out a little bit. Paul Corey though, still in the fight there, P12 for Hans Vandenberg and P11, just under a second to them. Are you back with us, Adrian? Huzzah, good stuff. Let me just get that to come back through my headset, because it's doing the usual, and not doing that. 1 second. So there we go, that should all be good. Just give me a mic check.
You're actually still slightly robotic here as well.
Okay. Well, you sound okay to me. Any better for you now?
No.
Right, okay. I don't, do you know if the stream is sounding? Yeah, we are, yeah, we're good to go. Do you know if the stream is sounding like that for you? Robotic. Thank you. Still a bit though, getting on the back of Marcel Droning in the Williams. Really gaining out. He'll have DRS assistance here to try and attack him into turn 6. Thinking better of it though, understandably. He wasn't quite close enough, a little bit of a dive bomb there on the Williams. So he sticks behind him, coming into sector 2, the S's. And wanted just to hold station behind the Williams. And wait to try and get a pass perhaps, just into the 3rd sector. As Miguel Torni gets a 3-second time penalty, he is still down in P16 at the minute. But still De Witt. Guido Ershine's actually coming on to find out from Nicky Visser, who's on his fresh shots, 1 lap hold. He gets past the McLaren, obviously on the hard tyres. They're very old for him. He gets 3-second time penalty though, as Nicky, for that move. That was a bit of a corner cut for the Red Bull, but makes the pass work anyway. He'll be wanting just to move on now on his fresh softs and pull away. Still a bit up next. How are we sounding, Adrian? Did you manage to get a check? Is it still the same now? Okay. Can you sort of understand what I'm saying though?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll bear with it then in that case. If that's okay with you. Guido Ocean's just pitted. He's now on the mediums. He comes back out in P13. Marcel Johnny now. Sorry, he's just lost that place to Stilled a bit. Right, okay, yeah, you're right. So he's perhaps going for the one stop onto the medium then, do you think? Sorry, I was saying, do you think he might be going onto the mediums for the one stop? Of course, yeah, just saying, yeah. That's a big ask, isn't it? I mean, that's more than he's done on the hard tyre, so in theory, I mean, that's definitely going to be a hard one to achieve. Nishai Mahathir Singh is also in ahead of him. And he's in from, I think it was P4 or P5. He can now come back up P9. Baz will be P11, I think. Zander Herman coming around the last corner now. He's in P12 still, so he'll be coming up behind McLaren. Just trying to work his way back into this race. Obviously working with the strategy that was handed him by Jeff and the road, so he won't be too happy with that as a result of his disconnect. But still staying strong. He's got to get on with it now. And we're looking to close up to the back of Baz, then Bray, and hopefully at some point Nishai Mahathir Singh though getting right back out on track and saying hello to Paul Poiret in the hat. So he's looking to close up on him. Sector 2, difficult to do, so he probably just want to be holding station behind the Haas. How's things on your end, Adrian? So is it really bad still, is it? Okay. No. Sorry, no. I was just commenting on Nishai Mahathir Singh coming up on the back of Paul Poiret there. Yeah, Nishai's just come out, yeah. Yeah, looking a bit close there. Nishai getting a bit sideways. I don't think he lost any body parts, which is good. His wing's still intact as he gets DRS to try and have to come back at Paul here. In the Haas. Yeah, there's definitely no intentional sort of malice in that attack, if you like. It was just a defensive manoeuvre, and I think Nishai perhaps maybe went a bit deeper than he wanted and just made a slight contact with the Haas. But yeah, no one hurt, luckily, and the battle continues right away, so that's good stuff from those two. Nishai and Paul looking to be the... Sorry, go on. No, just saying Nishai Mahathir Singh and Paul Poiret looking to be the closest drivers at the moment. The others spreading out a bit now as we get so almost halfway through this Grand Prix. He is, yeah.
They may be the close, but look at this, it's certainly the fastest, and then the fastest lap of 19.2, fastest lap of the race so far. The previous lap was 19.5, that's more than a second faster than anybody else on that lap as well.
Okay, very nice indeed from Nicky there. He's P5 at the moment, one of his 2 stops. We think another one's on the cards for him, don't we, for Nicky? Yeah, with those soft tyres he can't go to the end now, so he'll be on a 3-stop obviously as a result of that first lap incident we think happened between him and another driver.
It's a good recovery job.
Yeah.
Why he is top of the championship, because even when things
Yeah, I mean, he's not far from it now as he comes up on the back of Mark Staples. DRS helping him to make the move here on the Ferrari. Mark there conceding that place. He's down to 5th now. The Red Bull back out in front. He gets a good run out of turn 3 and DRS is helping him just pull away from the Ferrari. Still a bit in the background there on the hard tyre, so he could be a threat to Mark Staples here as we continue through the race. Guido Oceans made the move, or under pit stops anyway, from Marcel Droning, who's just back out on track now on a fresh set of hard, so he's going to the end. That could play into the result here, as the guys in front of him are probably within his pit window at the moment, so we'll see how that develops. And now the grid's starting to spread out a bit now, isn't it? Unfortunately, my robot voice is proving a bit too much of a hindrance for communication there. I do apologise for that, guys. He is, yeah, and I think John Donkel's realising that as we're really starting to pick up that Red Bull as they come through.
John Donkel.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, John Donkel only 8 tenths ahead of him.
Absolutely, yeah, the same tyre, same amount of laps, but Nicky just looking much quicker at the moment. Finding something in those tyres that John's not right now. The Ferrari, though, doing well. P3 looking very good up there. He, of course, is up 4 places. He started in P7, so good run so far from John. Boy Williamson still the big talking point positions-wise. He's up 15 places at the moment. P2 for the Red Bull. 11 seconds, of course, to go to the leader, Jamie Hartman in the Toro Rosso. So a big gap at the moment. But given Boy Williamson's history, I don't think it's something we can put past it now. Starting to stretch out a little bit. Still a bit though, still within striking distance of Mark Staples there, second on a hard tyre, up behind the Ferrari. Yeah.
I don't know actually where
yeah.
Or out on track.
Hard to tell, isn't it, really? I mean, John Donkel's on 1 lap older, so he's obviously gone in earlier than Mark and perhaps got a better outlap. So he was behind Mark Staples before the pit stops, as far as I remember. Okay. Yeah, actually you're right. It was just, sorry guys, that did look like it was peaking quite high there. So hopefully that's more manageable now. So as I think that was that Boy Williamson just pitted and come back out on fresh softs, I think.
Yes, it was. Yes. Still 30 laps to go. Not going to do all those on those tyres.
No, certainly not. So interesting strategy from Boy at the moment. Obviously that's his second stop now, so he's got to make another one. At least we think so. I mean, it's 22 laps effectively, isn't it? So I mean, it's not out of the question. We saw Mark Staples came in on the softs, didn't he, after 20 laps?
Yeah.
So it's doable, but his tyres will not be loving it at the end of this race, that's for sure. Sort of it though is going right to the end, so he'll be hoping that his hard tyres come back at Boy's softs towards the end, because Boy will surely be past him in the not too distant future. Here as the Red Bull looks to make a move. Yeah, there we go. Another aggressive one, but fair, of course, as always, from Boy Williamson there. He passes Silde Vit for P5. So brilliant stuff from him. And he's now, with that, right on the back of Mark Stappers, so perhaps another move into turn 1 here. It seems Boy's overtakes comes in pairs of 2.
It does seem to be, yeah.
Yeah, he's often doing more than 1 in a row here at the moment. And he gets past the Ferrari. He'll be eyeing up John Donkel next. Sector 1 and 2 yellow flags. Not quite sure who that was from. Looking around, all looks to be okay. Yeah, can't see anything.
Nobody had a particularly slow first sector, with the exception of Ari Kopp.
No. It's looking Marcel Droning now. He'll be coming up on the back of Paul Quarret. Paul started off really well. It seems to have come off the pace a bit. I mean, obviously he has just been in the pit, so we have to take that into account, of course. Still up 4 places from the start. So we'll hope to see him make up a few more places here with his fresh softs. Marcel will be looking to take that place if he can.
Boy's going for a fastest lap here. It's purple in the first sector. He's got John Donkel right in front of him, though.
Yeah, he's making very, very quick interceptions with these cars in front of him. He's 1.5 seconds before the beginning of this lap, and now he's right on the back of it, making the move. Here we go.
2 seconds off the fastest lap he was, and it was a 19.1.
Very nice, John Donkel giving up that place there. Done about that one. Soft tyres in DRS makes easy work of that move for Boy Williamson, and the DRS will be helping him get away from him here on the second straight.
Looking at these top 3 here, you could, in fairness, say normal service has been resumed, because these are the top 3 in the championship, albeit the other way around. For the top 2, Nicky Bliss is still leading. He is leading by 4 points. He
is, yeah. Obviously, it'll be changing again at this rate. Be a 3-point lead for Damie at the moment. I'm not sure who's got the fastest lap at the moment. If that's, we can see that just now.
Nicky's got fastest lap, so 18.9.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice lap from him. Boy, obviously 2/10 off, like you said, after that last lap, so not too dissimilar. We're on the other Red Bull. 2 Red Bulls looking very strong.
Yeah, this current top 3 though really does not tell the story of this race at all, though. And that is an 18.5 from Boy.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, very nice as these Red Bulls now 2-3. It doesn't look like it on screen, of course, because the Mercedes there, but they are 2-3 for the Red Bull.
Don't expect to see too many team orders from these 2. I know that's contrary to the way they normally behave, but sort of I've noticed as the season progresses on and as the championship gets closer and closer towards the end, the business end of it, both drivers tend to fighting that a bit more. And Boy Williams has picked up a 3-second penalty there.
Oh, that could prove very important here as we get towards the end of the race. And hopefully we'll have Adrian back. I think he's still with us. And Nicky Bliss are getting ever closer to Damie Hartman. As these 2, the championship leaders effectively. Nicky just ahead of Damie by 4 points as it stands, but that is going to change at the end of this race if the results remain like this. And penalties obviously being accounted for. I don't think Damie's got any as of yet. Nicky's got 3 seconds. We know that much for sure. Sector 1 and 2 yellow flag. That's going to be here, and there's a car off. Just finding out who that is. It's Peter Phillip off in the Haas. So he's lost it. Interesting place to lose it. Could be careful with the rejoin here because there was a a Williams coming through. That's Marcel Droning, I think. Sorry, no, Zander Herman. They're getting past the beached Haas of Peter Phillip. So he's struggling through that sector there. Zander, though, getting back on track. He's still on those same mediums he was pitted on against his will, if you like, earlier on in this race. So he's made that one stop. Still, they're going very, very strong. 25 laps on those. So sort of what we've seen from other drivers as well this race. Meanwhile, at the front, there's another car off. Oh, we're back.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. I don't know what happened there at all, mate. Sorry.
That's alright.
I've still been talking though, so we've not been in the dark ages.
Heard on the screen, yeah. That's good.
So you're back. That's good. I don't know what happened there. You were still in the party for me. Anywho, Hans Vandenberg just coming out of the pits now. He's on fresh medium, so he'll be going to the end on those. As Guido Urshan comes past on his medium tyres as well. Majority of the grid now on the medium tyre. Still a bit, of course, making those hards work up the front.
Yeah, still now up to, or back up to P5. If you recall, he come off, didn't he, around turn 8, of sort of the left-hander of the S's, the first left of the S's, sort of drifted wide. Lost quite a bit of time, actually, lost 3 positions at that time. I think it was about the 12th lap. And yeah, the drivers are so close at that point that yeah, that one mistake cost him quite big.
Yeah,
He has actually led. He's led a handful of laps of this race as well.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he challenged Jamie Hartman early on and took the lead. Led a couple of bits, but then just got it wrong through sector 2, like you mentioned, and that's put him a bit further back. But he's looking to take that pass on John Doncourt now. The Ferrari was in P4. He now has to settle for P5. But will he? He keeps inside through 1, and he's going to try and stay outside through 2, but has to concede the place to the Renault. Still a bit there, looking very, very good. And another good pass made through that complex of 1, 2 and 3. Many good passes seen made there tonight. Yeah,
it's a really confident move from Still. I think maybe John's tyres probably came into play there. The degradation on them. They have done 25 laps, but you know, it still is on the hard tyres. It's not an easy move to make.
No, definitely isn't. No.
Yeah, especially against John. John's no slouch. You know, he has a number of wins to his name.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very good stuff. I think Nishay Mahadwasingh just on board with him at the moment in this Ferrari sandwich, if you like. Renault's at both ends, Ferrari's in the middle. But Nishay looking to go. I think he got a bit one of those corners wrong in that middle sector, but still closing up on the back of Mark Stappers, half a second off the back of the Ferrari. Mark's tyres obviously a bit older than his, 11 laps extra on his mediums. As Nishay should have DRS, I think, here to help him close up on the Ferrari. Elsewhere, Paul Quarret in on his softs. Oh no, Miguel Tony has gone off. I'm not quite sure where. He'd just come out the...
That was, I think it was turn 12.
Yeah, he'd just come out the pit, so... Oh, there you go, no, on the last corner, yeah. Just saw that as we'd gone past with Paul Quarret.
The last corner. That is exactly where he bounced off the wall earlier on in this race.
Okay, so...
Recall, and Nicky Visser made the move.
I'm just seeing Paul now get past the other mechanic, Guido Urshan. He takes P11. Does the Haas, so good work from him. So we'll have the DRS to help keep himself in front here through that second DRS section of the track.
Bit wobbly from Urshan on the exit 3. Yeah,
well, it's a bit uncomfy there, but still not too far off the back, just within a second, so hopefully he's able to keep the fight up. Nishay Mahadwasingh getting on the back of Mark Stappers. Oh yeah,
sorry.
He's in the pit on 18 lap old soft, so yeah. He's not going to... Oh, we weren't thinking he's going to hit. It's Boy Williamson we were talking about, wasn't it? So, yeah, Nicky's
on another set of softs. Got to do 24 laps. It's doable, but it's not going to be nice.
No, yeah, that's a big ask. Yeah, very big ask, actually. So we'll see how that pans out for the other Red Bull. The guys in front, just looking at them now, effectively, I mean... 7th to 3rd haven't really got a pit now, have they, really? I mean, in fairness, 2 Ferraris will struggle. Yeah, they'll struggle if they stay out. So it'll be a lot.
Legally, they haven't got to pit because they both used, well, they've all used the more than one compound. They've all used the mandatory.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think physically or realistically, yeah, I think both Ferrari probably will have to come in again.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think it definitely for their benefit they'll want to. Bast and Brain there will be coming under threat now as Nicky Visser almost had a look.
Discretion, the better part of valour, as Eddie would say.
Indeed, absolutely. And he lives to fight another day now. Coming into the last couple of corners, he'll be getting ready to unleash that DRS on the McLaren, who will be vulnerable to that charge now. As John Donkel, as we mentioned, he's in the pit now, as is Sander Herman, his first real pit stop. And Nicky Visser getting past Baz Den Brain there for P6.
Now I'm interested to see how hard Nicky is going to push these tyres, bearing in mind he's got to make them last 24 laps.
Yeah.
No one's done that yet on the soft tyre. I think the longest we've seen for the softs is 19 laps, and that was I forget who that was actually. That might have been Nicky himself.
Yeah, I mean we saw Mark do 20 laps on him, didn't we?
Ah, that's okay.
So he pitted early on. I think that was his first stint was on the soft. He did 20 laps. But that is, yeah, the most we've seen. So 24 will be a new record for us this evening on the softs if he can do it, and he'll want to. Meanwhile, Mark Stappers is not far off. Sorry, go on.
Sorry to interrupt you again, Dan. Sorry. John Donkel, he has actually come in, so
yeah.
He will be running these until the end now.
Yeah, he was in last lap. I don't know if Mark's gonna try and come in the next couple of laps. I don't know if these two are talking, but Nicky Visser, quickest lap there, 1:17. Was that 1:17.8?
That is a ridiculously fast lap. That 17.6.
17.6, sorry, yeah.
That answers my question a moment ago then. How hard is he?
Well, the answer's very apparently, isn't it? There's Nicky Visser there going around the outside of the Ferrari and Mark Stappers. He's up to P5 now. Cracking stuff there from him. He makes those softs, and yeah, like Adrian was saying, well, that's just the question. Is he going to push? Yep. Yeah, he is. as he comes through sector 2 now. He'll want to probably be laying off a bit though, but he's Sildevit's out. Oh no, we lost Sildevit. I'm not quite sure what that was. In the same sector, he's got that wrong a couple of times this evening, and we lose Sildevit there, the Renault driver. Oh, real shame, because he was on for a good result here this evening, and he's out. He'll be gutted with that one. He was looking really, really strong. Of course, that means Nisha Mahadwasing's now up into P3. The Renault still flying the flag for the French guys. The French manufacturer. They are still on for a podium as it stands. Nicky Visser, though, is also in the pit. So we've got safety car. Sorry, I've missed that. Safety car's out. Damien Hartman staying out. These guys are all coming back into pit. So mediums now. Nicky Visser onto that tyre. And the rest of the guys, Baz Den Brain's in. He's on softs now. Fair play. So that'll be another long stint for him, the longest we'll see this evening. But again, safety car's going to keep those fresh. So I think hopefully we're back. Huzzah! There we go. Right, anyway, back in, sorry.
A critical moment.
Yeah, that critical moment.
Sildevit, yeah, just crashing out on the same corner he drifted wide and lost some time on previously. Yeah, just unfortunately bounced the ball and retired the car.
Absolutely, yeah.
We have the safety car situation.
We do, yeah, and that's throwing the whole order up and down a bit in the midfield.
So both Ferraris then. This is going to play beautifully into the hands of Nicky Visser.
Yeah. I was just thinking that when he pitted for the mediums. Obviously those softs, like we said, probably weren't going to work out well for him, and now he's on the mediums. That's been his saving grace, perhaps, for this race. Boy Williamson electing to come in, I think, again. He's on the softs now, or maybe his first pit stop under the safety car, so he's on the softs. He'll be looking to defend from Nicky, and of course retake that place now. He's down to P8. Boy, they're going very, very slowly. I'm not quite sure what's happened to him. He's going again now. I'm not quite sure what happened there for Boy.
Yeah. I was just thinking that when he pitted for the mediums. So they're softs, like we said.
Hello. Sorry, I just had to mute you because I can hear that. Hear the stream coming back. Hello, you're right. Oh fuck it, this is winding me up. What's wrong with my internet? Huzzah! Right, my apologies for this disconnecting problem we're having. But here we go, the safety car now towing these cars around the track now. They'll be keeping those tyres warm, keeping their brakes heated as they get ready to go back racing in the next couple of laps, I'm sure. So the rundown so far, Damien Hartman leads the way at the moment, the medium tyre on for him. He has not changed his tyres, so his tyres the oldest on the grid really, apart from Ari Kopp down the back. John Donkel is P2, safety car has worked for him as he pitted just before it. P3 at the moment is Nishay Mahadwasingh, also on the mediums. This continues down to Nicky Visser in P4 and Zahn P5. They're all on the mediums. Nicky, of course, pitting not too long ago under the safety car. Baz Denbrayan is the first of our soft group, if you like. There's two groups here visible on track. You've got 5 medium runners and then the 5 soft runners afterwards. Baz leading that group in the McLaren. He's P6. Mark Stapper's P7. Hans Vanderberg is P8 with Boy Williamson behind him in P9. His soft tyre is going to be critical here to try and get back up to the top where he was. He'll be probably the raciest of those soft runners at the moment, but don't take out of the equation the likes of Hans Vanderberg and Mark Stappers up in front. Guido Urshan also pitted. He's in the McLaren. He's P10. Marcel Droning in the Williams is 11 on the mediums. You get him jumping up down the bottom here. The soft tyre runner of Paul Quarret just drawn up to the back of the pack here. They're not too far ahead, so we'll see them all bunching up again soon. He's P12. Ari Kopp is 13. He's mixed up in the middle of the grid at the moment, currently running on track P2, but actually 13th, so he'll have to get out of the way or allow these cars past to get back in position perhaps. But he's at least feeling like he's at the front, so looking good there for Ari. And Peter Phillip down the back, 14th for Haas in the soft tyre as well. And the safety car announced. There we go. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh, I have no idea what's going on.
No, me neither. Me neither.
Just in and out, shake it all about.
Well, as long as you're still on it, then we're all good.
Well, I am, yeah, but I like the company. But yeah, the safety car in this lap, Damien Hartman bunching the pack up here, round 15 and 16. Really slowing up. He's going to try and catch these guys by surprise now as we get back racing. Oh, they're at a standstill almost. No. There could be some damage back there. Damien Hartman though.
Went into the back of John Donkel. The cars were stationary completely.
They were completely stopped. Yeah, Damien Hartman though. I mean, he's done the best get-go you can from a safety car. 2.1 seconds already. As Zander Hermans had to pit as well. I don't know if he got affected by that sort of traffic jam we had there. But yeah, Damien Hartman. I mean, he controls the pace. He's not in the wrong to do that, but I think it caught the others out a bit. And
yeah, I think it did.
And
there's sort of five drivers in the pit lane now.
Yeah, so that's
safety car period.
So I was saying on the rundown of the runners and riders there during the safety car period, Boy Williamson was looking to try and get those soft tyres to work for him and get back up the front. I think now that's going to be a bit of a challenge for him.
Yeah, it'll be difficult.
So Damien Hartman now almost 4 seconds now leads from John Donkel. Nishay Mahadwasingh is all over the back of that Ferrari. 4 tenths, 2 tenths now as we go into sector 2. R.A. Kopp, I think, still in the mix. Blue flags being waved. Nishay, John Donkel's all over the place there, as Nishay Mahad was saying. He's really weaving around. Not sure if he's looking behind him more than he is in front.
Is it Donkel's wing that's broken? I thought it was.
It could be.
I thought it was the Renault. Yes, his left end plate.
Oh
left
yeah.
End plate is
Yeah, seeing
removed.
that on screen now. Ah, that's a real shame. Nicky Visser came out of nowhere there, passing Nishay Mahad was in for P3, and now John Donkel as well. Yeah. That was looking like a really strong finish for him now. It's going to be difficult to get back up there as everyone's so bunched up. He's going to lose quite a lot of places here. Alexander Herman did pit. A lot of these guys behind him actually pit, so he might be alright for P7 at the moment. As he goes onto very old mediums. 28 lap old mediums he just put on.
Okay.
If you're
in again then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real shame there for John Donkel. Meanwhile, Bazden Brain all over Nishay Mahad was in front in that Renault. 2 Renault power cars, of course. Different teams though. McLaren is getting up the inside there of Nishay Mahad was in. Bazden Brain makes the move work. Similar to Boy, he makes the move work through those couple of corners there. A rare spot to overtake, but he does the job.
So it's pretty much ruined John's race now. Yeah, as you said, he's come on to 28 lap old tyres because that's what the mechanics had ready for him. Scrub mediums.
Yeah,
Very scrub mediums.
Yeah, very. I mean, he's going to struggle to get to the end on those.
Yeah, he's going to have to put in again this lap and hope he's got another set of softs to go on to. Otherwise, it will be his hard set.
Yeah. His DRS just getting re-enabled there, and Boy has made it past John Donkel. To John, it's a real shame because he was P2 a minute ago, and now he's just losing places because of those horrible softs that Ferrari. I mean, it's Ferrari strategy, all you know, coming into play here, isn't it? It's typical.
Yeah.
Putting on the rubbish tyres.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, where's the good mediums, guys? Come on.
I think the safety car restart will. Will certainly be looked at in more detail, I imagine.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Yeah, I mean we caught it well on stream, so we got some good video of it. Yeah. So okay, it's quite close there between Nishay Mahad was seeing Martin Stapper and Hans Vanderberg there. They're all quite close there, out on track. Mark Stapper looking to get in that group at the front. Nishay Mahad was seeing and Nicky Visser. They're all quite close. So P3 not quite comfortably safe there for Nicky. I think Nishay want another go at him into the next couple of corners after Nicky made that nice little pass there into the stadium section a couple of laps ago. Mark Stapper's getting a 3-second penalty there, multiple warnings, so that's not ideal for him. Bear in mind, Nicky has definitely got 3 seconds, so
yes.
This could play into the result at the end at the moment, especially because you know, he'll be finishing as far back as 6th at the moment. But Nishay makes the move. Is Nicky still there? No, he can't hold it off. That DRS, of course, very powerful here. And I think they're both going to have it here through the second straight. So that no, Nicky hasn't got it. So Nishay safe for the moment, but Nicky will be thirsty for more. Mark Stapper's having a go there, getting a bit cheeky. Locked his brakes up a bit there, so couldn't make the move, but still good to see him. He's hungry for those podium places as well. Obviously we've seen him running up there as high as P2 early on in this race.
Needs to come his way, and that is exactly what he's doing. 14 laps to go, only 3 seconds behind the leader, who is on quite badly worn medium tyres. So I think this is Baz's race to win. Absolutely,
yeah, and we'll be looking to do the same again. That'll be number 2, won't it? He won Japan last time out after the penalties from Boy Williamson.
Yeah, that's right. Back to back as well.
Yeah.
So it'd be his 4th win of the season, I believe.
So yeah, very good stuff from Bazden Brain. Yeah, like we said at the beginning, he come right from the back again. He's right up the top. P2 for Baz at the moment, and I think that safety car really played into his hands, didn't it?
Indeed. Just 2 seconds now, less than 2 seconds. Yeah, you have to say this is surely just a matter of time, literally.
Absolutely, yeah. What have we got? 13 laps, 14 laps now to the end, and there's no doubt that Baz's tyres will be much happier once we get to. In fact, they won't. But I don't think either of them will be very happy with their tyres by the end of this race, because of course Damie's mediums will be wearing thin by then too. You could argue though, maybe Damie could have slightly stronger tyres towards the end here if Baz can't get past.
Yep. Yeah, possibly.
So we'll see how that comes to fruition there. Nicky Visser on the back of Hans Vanderberg. So that group still really bunched up, so still it's all to play for here. Sort of from P3 back to P6. Really close racing, good stuff to see. Hans Vanderberg getting a bit out of shape there through turn 7.
This section here is where the soft tyre comes in, comes into its own.
Yeah, absolutely.
This section so much quicker than the medium.
Yeah. Certainly can, yeah. Of course, Nicky was on those earlier, but elected to stop under the safety car. I think a good choice. And at the right time, as we were saying, I don't think he would have made those tyres last to the end, or at least they would be very, very warm by the end. Yep. So again, the safety car, another beneficiary of that is Nicky Visser in the Red Bull.
Damie's going to be really struggling come the end of this Grand Prix if he doesn't pit. He'll have done 32 laps on the final lap on those medium tyres, which is no mean feat.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, very, very good stuff from these guys. And there he goes, Baz Den Breyen round the outside, long way round of Damie Hartman, the race leader. Baz Den Breyen, the McLaren, now takes the lead here. Getting past the back marker there of, I think that was Paul Quarre, or Peter Phillip, Paul Quarre that was. So Baz Den Breyen, he takes the lead of this Grand Prix, the Mexican Grand Prix. F1 tonight, Netherlands, round 18 here in Mexico. And Baz is now leading the way and pulling away as well. 1.3 seconds now the lead. Nice stuff now as we get on to lap 60 here in Mexico. Damie Hartman, the gap now continuing to increase, not by a massive margin, but it's now holding around the 1.5 second mark. Nisha Mahadwasing, meanwhile, though, is looking to pass and makes the pass so far on Mark Stappers. There we go. He's through. So Nisha making another one of many, many passes he's had this race. Really good stuff from the Renault driver. Back up to P3, but Mark, I don't think is going to be having the end of it there. We've seen him look really, really racy into this corner. A bit of contact there, but he goes the long way round. He's doing it Ricardo style. That was a bit aggressive there into that corner. Oh, now he's one really wide. He's out. That's it. Mark Stappers is out. That was
just a combination of errors there. Yeah, I think he let each one sort of accumulate in his mind.
Yeah. Real shame to see him come out because he's looking so strong this race. Like you say, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. A couple of errors there. Each one tallying up, and he just got a bit more frustrated with each one, and then that leads to retirement, as me and you know all too well.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, both Ferraris are doing so well, weren't they, earlier on?
Yeah, and a click of a finger, and it's all over, really. Really sad to say. I mean, John Donkel's going to, manage to accumulate a point for sure now, thanks to the retirement of his teammate, of course. As unfortunate as that is.
Yep.
Not miles off the back of Marcel Droning, but it's a lot of work. They're both on the same tyre here, so that's a big gap to bring down. And meanwhile, at the front, Baz Den Breyen is still putting out that lead. Now 3 seconds, so he's not slowing down yet. Damie Hartman's tyres, of course, are going to be still in a good spot, I think, at the moment. But towards the end, they'll be 30 laps old. That could be a tricky spot for them there.
Yeah.
Hans Vandenberg and Nische Mahabasing still at each other's throats. And Toro Rosso right on the back of the Renault through the stadium here. And he'll have DRS for sure on this start-finish straight. Be looking to make a move on Nische. So here we go out the last couple of corners. Getting the power down. Not much DRS. Nische meanwhile has slightly more, but they're pretty even. Of course, DRS wide open. Nicky though, don't count him out. He's right on the back of this fight. And Hans Vandenberg not able to make the pass there, but Nicky now getting ever closer. These three in battle here for... Oh, there's a bit of lag there for those guys in front, but they're still together. In battle for P3 here. DRS open for those two chasing cars, the two Red Bulls if you like. Toro Rosso and Red Bull, both at the Renault. Coming through these slower section of corners. The soft tyres will be a bit stronger now, as we can see from Hans Vandenberg coming through this S section. Yep. He gets a bit off the track there, perhaps a warning for him.
Yeah, I think they all do.
yeah, I was just saying, he's a bit all over the place now, but he loses a bit of time to Nische in front. Nicky though, sticking with him, just over half a second behind, but it's still really close between these three. So there's 10 laps to go now. This Mexican Grand Prix, I mean, it's been a good one. I don't know about you, Adrian. I mean, from a stream perspective, it's been horrific. So I'll do my utmost apologies for that. But from a racing perspective, it's been very, very good. Very enjoyable.
Hans now past Nische.
Yeah, Nische got very close there. I was a bit worried he might lose some wing, but yeah, great pass there from Hans Vandenberg.
Damie's just picked up another 3-second penalty.
Okay, so
that could be significant.
Well, it could be, yeah. 6 seconds behind is his teammate Hans Vandenberg, so that could be very interesting, like you say. Mark Stappers has left, of course. He retires.
Did you say 10 laps to go?
Sorry?
I'm sure you said 10 laps to go.
When was that? 10 laps to go when? For what?
Half a lap ago.
Oh, I might have... Time goes by quickly, I guess.
Never mind. Sorry.
That's alright. Nische though, it's a good fight between these two. The Red Bull and the Toro Rosso and the Renault. Hans Vandenberg, Nische Mahadwasing, putting on a very good show for the viewers. Nicky though, I think just biding his time. He knows these two are fighting hard, and chances of mistake could be up there. Although Nicky very close to Nische now. Of course, DRS open for the Renault and the Red Bull, so it's ERS to the end, and Nicky's got a bit more of it. Again, backing off early, I think that's a smart move.
Yep.
These two could engage in battle at any time, so he wants to just be hanging back, waiting for that to happen. Just on board with Nicky there. He's so close to Nische. I'm sure he's just eager to get the overtake done, but patience is a virtue, of course, and he's a man with plenty of it. Just waiting for that opportunity to strike. Thing is, it's difficult, isn't it? When you're so close, it's hard to sometimes it's hard just to make the pass, even if you can, because you get right in the back of the guy in front straight away.
Yeah, that's right.
So you almost want a bit of a gap to build up between him and the guy in him and Hans Vandenberg, really.
Yeah, you need to sort of almost plan it in advance where you're actually going to catch the driver.
Yeah, exactly. And at the moment they're so close. I think Nicky, this is the main bit to do it for him, really, is this back straight. Of course, the issue is Nische's getting the same DRS that he will be getting. And ERS-wise, they're on the same kind of level, so it's a bit tricky to get that pass made. As Hans Vandenberg now going to come up under heavy fire from Nische, slingshotting the car into there, but can't quite make the move work. Very, very close though.
Nicky may capitalise.
Yeah, he's getting side by side with the Renault. Down this second DRS straight here, side by side. Oh, almost contact. And he is past there. Nice move around the outside for the Red Bull. Nicky Visser up into P4. Hans Vandenberg will be next then. He'll be happy with that. He can now go and strike at the Toro Rosso. Niche there, we've seen him come back again and again in this race, so don't count him out of this battle yet.
Yeah, both Renaults have been very strong here.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. Shame we've only got one left.
Yeah, I was saying when Sil retired, it was a real shame to see them both go, because I mean, we'll see to see Sil go, because of course he was leading the race at one point. Both Renaults looking really, really strong today, like you say.
All yellows in sector 2. Who is that?
I'm not sure.
That is Peter Phillip is completely spun the car.
Peter Phillip, okay, yeah.
That's on the exit of 11.
Yeah, struggling there with sector 2 as well earlier. But Nicky Visser though, alongside the Toro Rosso, and he's up to P3. Back on the podium is Nicky Visser. Is Hans Vandenberg going to come back at him here though? Not yet. Of course, gets a bit deep into turn 2 there, which makes him slower out of 3. Another yellow flag, I presume, for Peter Phillip.
Remarkable drive from Nicky, bearing in mind he had that lap 1 incident.
Yeah.
Very much like Phil Harris in the F1 Tonight UK race. He was also involved in a lap 1 incident and yeah, recovered back up to 3rd place.
Yeah, very, very strong stuff. I mean, he's a net place down, but like you say, with the way things have gone this race for him in the opening lap, remarkable stuff. Really, really good, and that's exactly what he wants to keep this fight going with Damien Hartman. Of course, now the difference 3 points in rewarded points at the moment. I think Nicky has got the fastest lap, hasn't he? Was it or did Damien get it back? Either way,
Nicky has got it at 17.6. Oh, Baz Den Brien has had a 17.8.
Oh wow, okay, so both guys dropping down into the 17s, but championship standing wise, that's now a gap of 2 points, isn't it? And Nicky's still just keeping ahead of Damien Hartman, I believe.
Yes, he's only going to he's going to be a 1 point gap. Damien Hartman will be 1 point behind Nicky.
Okay, good stuff.
3 here.
I was saying with Nicky's point though, is that an extra? That's only 2 points difference, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, sorry. Yes. Sorry, I see what you're saying now. Yes.
Yeah, so it'll be still, I mean, ever closer at the top of this championship at the moment. Excellent stuff from these guys.
Yeah, just 2 points in it.
Brilliant. With only, it'll be 3 rounds to go once we finish with this race here in Mexico. Just taking a look then as we approach the end of this race. Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, Danny must be wondering what exactly has got to happen to Nicky Visser for his race to actually be ruined. Because,
yeah.
Anyone else, and Damien would be laughing. But if something happens to Nicky, you still can't rule him out. And then if something happens again in the race to Nicky, yeah, you're always looking over your shoulder for him.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if his nickname was the Phoenix, because he just seems to always come back every time.
Indeed.
Cracking stuff, as you mentioned, from Nicky. But looking up and down the grid now, as we come towards the end of this Mexican Grand Prix. Baz Den Brien leading the way at the moment from McLaren. I've got the position changes up there on the screen for you guys. You can see 14 places up from the back at the moment. Him and Boy sort of exchanging place changes there. Boy up 15 at one point, but Baz now the net winner of that battle, if you like. 14 places up from the back. Remarkable race, isn't it, really, for him so far? Like you say, with the strategy, he's just pulled it out of the bag.
Yeah.
Cracking stuff. And Damien,
only a single warning for Baz as well, by the way.
Brilliant. So he's got nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, Damien Hartman, I think, has got at least 2 penalties to his name as we come to him. He's in P2.
6 seconds worth for Damien. No, 3 seconds worth for Damien. 6 seconds worth for Nicky.
Right. Okay. So Damien Hartman, P2 at the moment. He is 1 place down from the lead. Obviously starting on pole. Brilliant fights up and down with Sil de Witt and many other drivers this race. He is 1 place down now, of course. Baz just getting the upper hand on the strategy and being able to pass him after that. Brilliant restart really from the safety car for Damien Hartman. Managed to put out 2 seconds in no time. But just fell victim to a better strategy on Baz's part tonight, and he is P2. Nicky Visser, P3 as we mentioned already, the Phoenix if you like. He's back from the ashes, right from the back of the grid after that start incident. You know, a net place down from the start, but still very, very good race as we said, to come back and keep this fight going with Damie. At the moment as it stands, it'll be a 2-point deficit. Damie will be from Nicky at the end of this race, so really, really close as we go to USA next week. Nishay Mahalbasing, I mean, what a race from him as well. Cracking stuff, up 9 places, and has been fighting with the podium runners all race, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been there. I actually genuinely believed he would finish on the podium around halfway point of this race, it looked like. Yeah, a bit unlucky, you could say, not to be there. But yeah, had some good passes on Nicky. Past Damie at one point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good overtakes.
We're fighting with Hans Vanderberg, who we come up to next. He's P5 in the Toro Rosso, upper place from his starting position of 6th. He's had some good fights with Nishay Mahalbasing. Been running around sort of this the lower top runners most of the race, but still been looking really strong. And like we say, had some good battles up and down the field with Nishay. So good stuff from Hans Vanderberg there. He's P5. Zander Herman, of course, probably one of our biggest losers, to be honest, of this race. A real shame that he disconnected early on. Was running up the front, was leading the race, wasn't he, at one point? And of course, that was game over really after that disconnect. The team pitted him without him wanting to, of course, and that slowed him down even further. He's currently P6. But definitely not a race to walk away from with your head hung low. You want to walk away with this chin up. It's been a really brilliant race. Pace-wise, looked really strong. It's just saying about the connection, like you mentioned earlier, Adrian. It's happened before, unfortunately, but
yeah, really unfortunate. He was looking so strong, so confident. 10 seconds ahead, kind of near the end of his soft stint, and then just lost connection, and that was it.
Yeah.
Didn't really recover from that.
Yeah, real shame there for the Williams driver. Boy Williamson behind in the Red Bull dressed like a Mercedes. He is P7 at the moment, 10 places up, so still a mighty fine drive from him. He was, of course, 15 at one point, but just an unfortunate error. I think it was tyre strategy that caused his problem, wasn't it? He had to pit one more time than he wanted. I think it was his issue.
I was going to say you may need to repeat that because it was the lag, but
oh, sorry.
I think Baz is about to finish the race soon.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back to the front. Yeah, he's in the middle sector at the moment, but just running past the other guys. Guido Urshan in McLaren, he's P8 at the moment, up 3 places, so another good race from him. McLaren looking fairly good at this circuit at the moment. Baz, of course, leading the race as we come through the stadium section. He's almost finished. The other finishers will come to as Baz crosses the line. There go the fireworks. The poppers going off. Everyone's going crazy in the stadium as Baz comes around the final corner to win this Mexican Grand Prix. F1 tonight, Netherlands. Baz Den Breyen takes the victory. What a result for the McLaren. The strategy paid off. The safety car worked in his favour, and he's up 14 places from the back.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff from one of the most experienced and talented drivers in this league.
Absolutely, yeah, fantastic stuff for him. Marcel Dronig is coming round the second sector, a bit further back. We didn't mention him, but another fairly good race. I mean, he's been in the fight at times. Steady race from him so far this evening. P9 will be happy with that as points bringing home for Williams. John Donkin in the other Ferrari I think that's Nicky Visser has had an unintentional after race retirement there. That's the AI doing that, not Nicky, of course. He still finishes P3. John Donkel again, Ferrari just really struggling this race with just luck, to be honest. Obviously the wrong tyres getting put on for Mark Stappers, and then he made the mistake and crashed out. John Donkel, I think, had the wing issue with that restart. Again, just a shame for Ferrari. They were looking really strong earlier. Still a point bringing home. That's the main thing, bringing home the points, and John Donkel's going to do that for the team. as we look at the podium.
Driver of the day, then?
Oh, I think that's got to be Baz, isn't it?
100%.
Yep.
100%.
I like that when we just agree right away. Boom, there we go. Yep.
Yeah, it's nice when it's easy.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Not that there weren't other drivers
no.
Contenders.
No, absolutely, yeah. There were many drivers.
A fantastic recovery. I mean, yeah, it could have been a number.
Yeah, there's
of
a number of guys in there, yeah. Just running through the order then, I did get down to John Donkel, of course, Paul Quarret in the Haas. A bit of a difficult race for him. The Haas guys not really doing so well with the setup, perhaps. They were struggling in the second sector. R.A. Kopp comes home P12 in the Racing Point. Steady race for him, didn't get into much trouble. So I'm sure he'll be happy with finishing down there. And of course we've got the DNFs there from that. So Peter Phillip was the last one to finish, I believe. And then the DNFs were Mark Schapper, Stil de Wit, Miguel Torney and Kevin van Delft down the end there. Of course the big winner tonight though, Baz den Breyen, started 15th, finished first with a perfect two-stop strategy. And the safety car really just playing into his hands. But like you say, Adrian, he's just always there when he's always ready for that strategy change.
Yeah, he's an absolute master strategist, and yeah, just played well into his hands.
Yeah, perfect stuff. I mean, as from what we were saying before the race about this Grand Prix maybe not being that exciting, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, it was a very, very good Grand Prix. And a very exciting race. Hopefully that translated across to the stream. Guys, I do very much apologise for the issues we've had tonight. That will be resolved for next week, of course, if I'm not sacked before then. In the mean,
you will not be.
we will just go back to the original method, and hopefully that works better for us next week. But other than that, I hope the stream did come across well for you guys. It was very enjoyable. Thank you all for watching as always and tuning in. Make sure you subscribe for the next race next week, and perhaps we'll have the F1 Tonight UK back up and live for next week. Definitely back the Netherlands though for USA, so we can get our yeehaw voices on. Adrian, you excited?
I can take the
I can take the podium, yeehaw! So we'll be there in full howdy deep South American accents for next week. I look forward to it. Anything to add, Adrian?
Not really, though. Not really.
Okay.
Other than, yeah, hopefully we can get back to the normal sort of flow of things next week.
Yeah, we will. We'll be back better next time out. But from me, as always, it's thanks very much, guys, and Huzzah!
And it's goodbye from me, goodbye.
Yes, goodbye from me, goodbye.